Welcome back, my little pumpkins. So in a couple of weeks I'm going to London and we'll be giving our back squat clinic to about 40 odd people. So there's going to be a little bit of a crowd there, and I'm going to max my squat first. And I invited Gabriel because on that same weekend we're hosting Gabriel and Anton on a weightlifting seminar. I invited Gabriel to squat heavy with me. It'd be nice to have someone squatting and make for a good video. And he put up a 240 recently. It's his heaviest squat so far. It looked pretty good. It's hard to tell with Gabriel exactly what he could max out at because he's a really controlled squatter. I'm thinking 260, but I'd hedge 270. It wouldn't surprise me too much. I don't think more than 270 though. So I've done 270 since the comeback from breaking my foot. That was weeks ago. Squatting's feeling is pretty strong at the moment. Every session I'm doing either a set of multiple sets of 3 or 5s with 240 kilos. And that probably puts me at, I'm not going to say, that's where it puts me at, I'll keep it a secret. So in regards to squatting, if last year was 100% effort in terms of this is as hard as I could train the squat for me, at the moment I'm probably putting in 40% of that effort. So, definitely not maintaining, putting a little bit of effort, pushing it forward. I suspect I know what I could hit, but I'd like to pleasantly surprise myself also. So in about 2 weeks, what I should do is a heavier set of 5 tonight, then maybe a heavier single next Sunday, and then we'll do the heavy squat on Saturday. I obviously don't want to disappoint people showing up, so I'm going to do the squatting. My snatching is going to be reset currently. So you saw that 140, disgusting, but it did get the job done. It just had to take off 140 again. And Anton said I was too slow, so I'm going to take out the power snatches for a while. Even though the power snatch is going really good, I think I might actually be just hauling on them a little bit, and it might be messing up my timing just a small bit too much. So I'm going to take out the power snatches, unless Anton has a better suggestion, and I'm going to try above the knee hang snatches for a little bit and see how that transfers over to the squat, or see how that transfers over to the full snatch. We'll see in about, I think in about a month's time, we'll see if it's having any major use. I'll see what weight I get up to on those. Tonight's going to be super light. We'll keep it at like 80, 90 kilos. I haven't done hang snatches seriously in a very long time. So I'll try to build up with those and get some volume. And then tonight I'll push the squat a little bit further, and then I'll do a heavy deadlift. But the one exercise that I found that fucks up my sleep a little bit is actually deadlift. So I could do sets of 10 and go to sleep an hour later, no problem. I could do 2 hours of jiu-jitsu, go to sleep an hour and a half later, no problem. Snatching, clean and jerking, plyometrics, sprinting, no problem. A heavy deadlift fucks my sleep up so much. So much. It's the only exercise. And it's heavy deadlifts. It's like a really heavy deadlift. Whatever the CNS component of that, for me in particular, is very interesting. Be interesting to see if you guys have the same experience. But squatting stuff, you can do 5x5 an hour before bed, whatever else, it's cool. Now obviously it's better if you don't exercise close to bed, but such is life. So I'll keep going with the heavy-ish deadlifts. I don't want to push them too crazy. And then I will do my core work, I suppose. I'll be honest with you, since I made that video, I still haven't done core work. It's pathetic, I know, but here we are. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed these in-gym session ones. I kind of like recording these. I've given up on the GoPro as well. I know I'm rambling now. I'm really sorry, but thoughts come into my head. So originally I was using the GoPro Hero 12 for any camera aficionados out there, but the quality just isn't good enough, especially in the low light. During the summer it's good, outside it's nice, it's really compact, it's convenient, there's lots of storage on it, but compared to a Sony, it's just not the same. So we're back on the Alpha 400. Darrow's going to start training again soon. He's very sore, and he's real life, his outside life is very busy. So he's trying to get his house sorted basically. So he'll be back training, and he needs the GoPro for running. So I'm going to stick with the Alpha 400s. I hope you guys enjoy the training vlogs. Training vlog views are, I think, solid. 2,500, 3,000 views. It's pretty good. That's 3,000 people watching you train when you think about it like that. I like training vlogs. Gabriel's training, he's an Olympian. He's one of the best lifters ever, just numbers wise. And he's getting a couple of thousand views. It's interesting how training goes. I'm not lamenting that, of course. I'm very happy for those views. But it is interesting. So One of the things you could do when I put up training vlogs is just press like. The YouTube algorithm really likes that. Comments really help, but more of you are going to like than comments. So if you just press like, it just makes a little bit better. You would not believe the kind of trickle effect that liking and commenting at certain points, at certain rates of speed, has on how far the video goes to other people. The algorithm is crazy. It's built for one purpose, and if it sees people like things a fraction more, a fraction sooner, watch for a little bit longer, comment a fraction more, and then it gets this tumble effect and it shows more people. So it is very interesting. So comments help a lot, but likes also really make a difference. The dislikes don't seem to make much of a difference, but likes do seem to help. So I'm rambling at 7 minutes of me talking, but things come into my mind. So I'm going to do some hang snatches. Elbow, right? Okay. Elbow, way better. It got way better. So close to full extension, and it's getting there. Really slow process, very interesting. But I really fucked my tricep. I really fucked my tricep tendon. So I was doing a lot of tricep flexion stretching, and the tricep tendon here, the insertion point, is very prone to inflammation, super prone to inflammation. And I pushed the stretching too far, and then I did a clean, and it was fine after that, but a couple of days later it inflamed a lot. So it's my own fault. So be wary, need to get better with that, but such is the story. Okay, let's get training. I'm talking too much.
You all get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre job for like 5 weeks, which is super fun. Another under the table cash for play that part. Then Eric U-Haul show about the Hollywood. And a year after that, I would say I'd probably start off intellectualizing something that I know I probably should believe in, but don't believe in it, and convince myself to an extent to trick myself that there are habits that I notice, things I take care of in my life, health-wise, faith-wise, father-wise, husband-wise, that I know that if I'm doing that consistently, there's less valleys, there's less stress, there's less. In retrospect, if only you could give yourself the gift of distance, of time, and yet you know something wrong with your false emotion.
Okay, very good session. Super happy with that. 250 kilos for 2 sets of 3. Probably could have done 4 sets of 3. Definitely 3 sets of 3. So that's very, very interesting. Funnily though, I don't think I could have done 1 set of 5 with that. So at the moment, because I'm not going absolutely kamikaze on the squat like I did last year, I haven't been doing anything over 3s. I did 240 for 5, but when I do the 5s, it's usually a top set. I don't really do many working sets at 5 reps, so not really in that condition. So while I think I could have done 4 by 3 at 250, which is good, it's funny, I couldn't do 1 set of 5. I really don't think I could have done a set of 5. I think even a set of 4, genuinely think a set of 4 miles not there right now. However, I'm really happy with it. So I fit 270 like I said. That was off 220 by 5, so I have a pretty good idea of what I'm capable of right now. As I said, kind of what we're looking at, like 40% effort. Last year, I haven't done 250 for reps since last year, basically, this time last year. So I'm trying to get as far as possible on the squat with as minimal effort as possible while still putting in some effort. So that would be interesting to see where this goes. Deadlift felt really nice. A couple of sets of 200 kilos. I really wanted to go heavier. I could feel it in the bar. You know when the deadlift is just on? I could feel it, especially with a weightlifting bar and it's really whippy. But I want to sleep tonight, so I'm not doing it. Still doing my core work, but I'm just doing this in between sets. Do side planks and then side plank touches. We'll see how that goes over the next few weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. Macros at the moment, if you're wondering, are 315 carbs, 250, 270 protein, I think, and 56 grams of fats. That's what Alex has me at the moment. So I was down as low as 104. No, was it lower? Like 103, middle of the summer. Back up a few kilos now. Definitely got a bit mass. Gonna go down again. And be interesting to see where I end up. Anything once I'm over 100 kilos, my body weight doesn't really feel affected by it, to be honest. So that's why wasn't super happy last year being 110 when I squatted 300. But I've kind of figured out why I wasn't able to lose as much weight or wasn't as efficient. Again, as I said, I'll talk about this a different time, but it's actually the original reason I contacted Alex wasn't for nutrition, it was for a health issue. Now, I don't really want to talk about it until it's kind of finished, and it's not for any particular reason, and I don't really want to talk about the symptoms too much, but we only figured out the source of that issue about 2 or 3 months ago, so it was an environmental thing, and still working hard to fix it. But fuck me, Les, whatever you're going through, I hope all is going well for you, and as they say, I hope you win the battles you don't tell anyone about. As cheesy as that sounds on a training vlog, can be tough. Life is in a great point at the moment, just while I have this euphoric feeling after training. I love training, everyone's good. I have to, if we're not delicious, I have to do some remedial work to my house, which is costing a nice few pound. Luckily I can do it myself with some family members who are very adept, and I'm competent. I can do a lot of things, but I don't have that love for it. Like some of my family members, or you've even seen Darry, they love that work and they get a real sense of joy from it, whereas I'm like, okay, a trait of mine is I would like to be able to do those things for me and not relying on other people, and it saved me a couple of grand in this scenario. But there's a different kind of joy. When some people exercise because they're like, oh, I like exercising, but then there's people who exercise because they're like, I do it because it keeps me healthy, but I don't really get anything out of it. I would be kind of those people when it comes to manual DIY like that. Not all manual stuff, but those kind of things. I like to be able to do it myself because I don't like relying on other people for as much as I can. But I realise I'm rambling a little bit here again on something that I didn't really specify. But I've got some work to do on the house, and everything's good. Sika's really good. Got a lot more to go. We passed 100k on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen that. So we're at 104 at the moment, probably 105 by the time this comes out. So basically, we just started posting on Instagram November last year after the Kelly Starrett podcast. Posted a clip. It went not viral. It got like 250,000 views. It was about hamstrings and Usain Bolt, and we were like, oh, we should probably be using Instagram. Now, 95,000 followers later, here we are. So it'll be interesting to see where I'll be this time next year. Put up about 3 reels a day. I do all of that. So everything is pretty good. I hope things are going okay for you, guys. It can be tough out there. I'm listening to Matthew McConaughey's podcast. and Chris Williamson. I find Chris Williamson is probably the only person I listen to at the moment who interviews people. In general, I don't really listen to any fitness podcasts per se. There's fitness YouTube channels are in the area that I listen to. Like I listen to Zach's videos, for example, Seb's videos, Gabriel's. Obviously, I'm loving Gabriel's training vlogs. Dane, I really like from Garage Strength. We're on his podcast recently. Gonna have him on the channel, and random clickbaity videos, but stuff's kind of old, it's kind of boring. Just want training information. As you've seen on the channel, we want to be even better quality videos that are about training and helping you get better training. Anyway, I really am rambling now. It's 10 to 9, so I think I have about 50, 60 grams of carbs left, and then I need to get like 70, 80 grams of protein. But I have 4 different animals in my freezer, so there is, as we say in Ireland, a fear of my hole. I'm looking forward to seeing Gabriel and Anton. Try to get some good videos there. We don't have too much time abroad, but we'll try corner them for some good videos, and hopefully we'll get something good out of that. The problem with Gabriel is you just don't know. There's so many times I've been training with him, and he's like, no, for me it's too heavy. What's on the bar? And he's like, oh no, 240 is too heavy. Let me do front squat. Like, fuck you, Gabriel. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I really am. And let me know if you like this kind of vlog again, or you prefer the voiceovers.